I want to welcome you to the current sessions live at South by Southwest. I'm very excited because, you know, this is a world where every now and then you get kind of stuck into the cynicism, and there's a fantastic new album on the way. It's coming out in May, and it's going to be called Be More Kind. Put your hands together, give a warm welcome, Frank Turner.
Good afternoon, South by Southwest. How is everyone doing? Are we having a nice time? My name's Frank Turner, I come from England. This is going to be my 927th show this week. Has anyone here seen any of the shows I've done so far? Yeah, a couple. Alright, I'll do my best to do something I haven't done before, but we'll see how we do. The sleeping souls are at home, abed. That's not a conversation, is it? Anyway, so listen, we're going to play some songs. I'm going to start off with the title song for the record once I finish tuning this guitar. This song is called Be More Kind. And you guys have this. History's been leaning on me lately. I can feel the future breathing down my neck. And all the things I thought were true when I was young and you were too turned out to be broken. And I don't know what comes next in a world that has decided that it's going to lose its mind. Be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind. It's just a suggestion. And everywhere I look, they're raising walls now, like hackles raised upon a cornered cat. On the borders in our heads, between the things that can and can't be said, we've stopped talking to each other, and there's something wrong with that. So before you go out searching, don't decide what you will find. Be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind. You should know you're not alone. Trouble comes and trouble goes. How this ends, no one knows. So hold on tight when the wind blows. The wind blew both of us to sand and sea, and where the dry land stands is hard to say. As the current drags us by the shore, we can no longer say for sure who's drowning or if they can be saved. But when you're out there floundering like a lighthouse, I will shine. Be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind. Like a beacon reaching out to you and yours, to me and mine. Be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind. In a world that has decided that it's going to lose its mind, be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind. Thank you so much. Is everyone enjoying their festival so far? Are we having a good time? Me too. And it's not over yet. There's still more to come. There's always more to come. And I'm so excited that I'm actually going to tune this guitar again. That's how punk I am. Anyway, I'm actually doing something completely insane later today as well that I might require your help with. And I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. But in the meantime, here's another song. Could I get a little bit more guitar on the stage, please? Some mornings I pray for evenings, for the day to be done. Some summer days I hide away and wait for rain to come. So it turns out hell will not be found within the fires below. With it making do and nothing through when you know where else to go. Then I remember you and the way you shine like truth in all you do. And if you remember me, you could save me from the way I tend to be, the way I tend to be. Nice singing, everybody. That kind of thing is heartily encouraged around here. Some days I wake up, days, my dear, and I don't know where I am. I've been running now so long, I'm scared, I've forgotten how to stand. But I stand around in airport bars and gather thoughts to think. If all I had was one long road, it would drive a man to drink. Then I remember you and the way you shine like truth in all you do. And if you remember me, you could save me from the way I tend to be. 'Cause I said I love you so many times that the words kinda die in my mouth. I meant it each time with each beautiful passion, but somehow it never works out. But you stood apart in my calloused heart and you told me, and here's what I learned. That love is about all the changes you make, and not just 3 small words. Then I catch myself catching your scent on someone else in a crowded space, and it takes me somewhere I cannot quite place. And then I remember you and the way you shine like truth in all you do. And if you remember me, you could save me from the way I tend to be, the way I tend to be. Hey! The way I tend to be, the way I tend to be.
Yeah, that is Frank Turner. The new album is coming out in May. It's called Be More Kind. We're going to get to some more songs in just a little bit. I know you guys are eager to hear more. But I did want to say a couple of things to Frank Turner and have him say some things back. Hi. First of all, I have to say that you should know you're not alone. When I first heard that, that was the thing that's really stood out in the new song Be More Kind, and I felt like that needed to be repeated.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I mean, I guess, I don't want to sit here and talk about grand sweeping themes for a record, because that makes me sound much more cogent in my writing process than I really am. But, I think that I wanted to write a record about the state of the world, I hesitate to call it political because it's not like an anti-flag record, you know. And I love anti-flag; they're good friends of mine. But you have to be quite sure of yourself to write those kinds of songs, and I'm not. Partly because I'm getting older, and partly because the world's gone completely insane. So I was trying to write a record along. It's quite difficult to write fist-pumping anthems that go, I have no idea what's going on. But I tried, and I think that the thing is that everything. You know, common humanities are important right now. Social media dehumanizes your opponents necessarily, and I think it's really important to remember that the people you disagree with are also people, and that we're all confused and everybody's terrified. Even the people who you shout out on Twitter before breakfast are also scared and confused, and if we all remember that, then maybe we found some common ground. So we're not alone in this idea of looking around and going, what the... Anyway, I'm trying not to swear, we're on the radio.
No, it's alright, it's the internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're free.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Such a cheap round of applause.
I like it. I take those too. So we don't have to go too deep into the lyrics because I mean, if you want to, 1933, my friend. That's a whole.
Yeah, that's a song. Yeah, that one's already got a few of them. When did you show up and play? Kind of emails. To which there's a two-word reply, by the way, for anyone who's curious, and that two-word reply is The Clash. That's the only
So I want to talk about a couple of things. One that I saw on Twitter, which was that you did somebody really likes Twitter.
Yes, super Twitter.
Is that you said something about a one-take song, and you don't have to tell us what it was, but I'm curious what you meant by that and how that happens in the studio.
Okay, so, I mean, you know, I think most people are aware at this point there's a fair amount of trickery that goes on in the studio. With the previous record we did, Positive Songs, we actually didn't do any of that, and that was kind of the vibe for that record. We played all the songs kind of live. We cut the vocals again afterwards, but otherwise it was kind of a live performance record, like they used to do in the 60s, man. This time around, because there's a lot of kind of weird electronic influence on the record, there was quite a lot of kind of weird studio trickery going on. And after making 12 songs in that vein, I thought it'd be kind of fun to have one song on the record that wasn't in that vein. And so I just set up with a guitar in a room, and with just kind of a few microphones around the place, and the guys just thinking themselves picked up their instruments one by one and joined in, and it's kind of a beautiful kind of organic thing, which sort of hopefully counterbalances some of the like, I've discovered the arpeggiator function on a synthesizer kind of stuff, which takes over the rest of the album.
Speaking of synthesizers and technology, you have a DJ gig? A couple of DJ gigs?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting actually, because that actually feeds into this record. So there's a thing, it happened the last time I was at South by Southwest. I met a guy called Dan, this very nice guy. He runs club nights, indie rock and punk rock club nights in the UK. He says, do you want to be a DJ? I said, no. He said, do you want to be a DJ for this much money? And I said, yes, when do I start? Essentially I get paid to get drunk in public and like play Queen Greatest Hits Volume 1 and Rancid Out on the Walls. Those are my influences for anyone who's curious. But one of the things I noticed to do, well, the first thing is, the very first time I did it, I didn't play any of my own songs, because really, and then people were enervated by this, and apparently you're supposed to play some of your own songs while you DJ.
I don't know.
It's the most awkward thing ever. You press play on a recording of yourself and stand there and go, I'm not singing right now. I'm even going to pretend I'm singing. Anyway, but one of the things I noticed in doing that is that whilst these are kind of indie rock clubs, they're very white. You know what I mean? And there's not much actual dancing. There's sort of like indie kids doing this, which is me as well, by the way. But I realised they don't really have that many songs that survive in a proper kind of dance club format, and I wanted to write some songs like that.
So that's kind of the new album.
That's where some of the influence of the new record came from. I wanted a club banger.
Yeah, I know, I just want people to be dancing to 1933 and then like all of a sudden crying. Just what?
Hopefully for the right reasons, rather than this is awful.
Well, let's get some more music, you guys. Turner here, new album.
Thank you so much for having me. So, this is actually the song that I was talking about quite a lot just then. It's a song called Blackout. It's the first sort of single for it came out at midnight last night. So there is a chance that some of you have now actually heard it. Now the problem is that I find it quite hard to sing and play this song at the same time. This is obviously a skill I'm going to have to acquire as time goes by. So we're going to give it a go. But I just rescued Will Varley from the gates of hell, if anyone knows who he is. And therefore I've had a couple of beers. So this could go either way. But anyway, this song's about the world falling apart and what we do about that. This song's called Blackout. watching your favorite show. When the TV died, the biggest power cut in your neighborhood since 1989. A blackout in the center of town, but down in the suburbs where it first went out, they've been asking the question. Are you afraid of the darkness? Are you afraid of the darkness? I'm afraid of the darkness too. In the hospital, on the critical ward, too long a breath between the break and the backup of a life support. One system failure and it stopped her heart. One power vacuum and we're coming apart. We should be asking the question. Are you afraid of the darkness? Are you afraid of the darkness? I'm afraid of the darkness too. We're caught in a blackout, trying to feel our way out. Wait for the morning, I'll be waiting for you. Meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, and bring a body count with you. Meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, and I will be there waiting for you. In my comfort zone, I was singing sober songs. I've been taken for granted, everyone understood how easy trouble comes. But it's not enough anymore. Can't just turn around and close the door on a world that's asking uneasy questions. We should be asking ourselves uneasy questions. Are you afraid of the darkness? Are you afraid of the darkness? I'm afraid of the darkness too. We're all caught in a blackout, trying to feel our way out. Wait for the morning, I'll be waiting for you. So meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, bring a burning candle with you. Meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, I will be there waiting for you. Meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, bring a burning candle with you. Meet me in the middle. Let's try this one. Blocking in an hour in a strange town in East London. Somebody I don't really know just gave me something to help settle me down, to stop me from always thinking about you. And you know your life is heading in a questionable direction when you're up for days with strangers and you can't remember anything except the way you sounded when you told me you didn't know what I should do. Hey! So I rode up to recovery from here, a long way back to the light. So I rode up to recovery from here, a long way to making it right. So I've been waking in the morning just like every other day, and just like every boring blues song I get swallowed by the pain until I fumble through your figure in the darkness to make it go away. But you're not lying there any longer, and I know that that's my fault. So I've been pounding on the floor, I've been crawling up the walls, I've been dipping in my darkness, the serotonin boosters, cider and some kind of smelling salts. So I rode up to recovery from here, a long way back to the light. So I rode up to recovery from here, a long way to making it right. But on the first night we met you said, well darling, let's make a deal. If If anybody ever asks us, let's just tell them we met in this really fucking hot shed in the middle of South by Southwest. The story then, singing to like a stony-faced accomplice. Tonight I need to hear the truth, remember getting through this. Yeah, you answered me a letter that said if you're lost at sea, close your eyes and catch a time and you and only think of me. Well darling, now I'm sinking and I'm as lost as lost could be. I was hoping you could drag me up and down here towards my recovery. Hey! Just give me a sign, just a subtle little glimmer, some suggestion that you'd have me. If I could only make me better, then I would stand a little stronger as I walked a little taller all the time. Because I know you are a cynic, but I think I can convince you, because broken people can get better if they really want to. At least that's all I had to tell myself, if I am hoping to survive. So I rode up to recovery from here, a long way back to the light. So I rode up to recovery from here, a long way to making it right. Hey! Darling, sweet lover, won't you help me to recover? Darling, sweet lover, won't you help me to recover? Darling, sweet lover, won't you help me to recover? Darling, sweet lover, one day this will all be over. Cheers. So listen, here's the thing, couple of public service announcements. This afternoon I'm shooting some kind of guerrilla music video type affair on 6th Street in the middle of Austin. And I'm not going to tell you any more about it other than I will be dressed like a fucking asshole. So if any time after about 5 o'clock, if you're walking past Buffalo Billiards on 6th Street, just keep an eye and we can hang out and we'll do that. I am going to have to scoot as soon as I've done this to go and get ready for that, okay? If that's cool. Secondly, I've done 4 songs so far. I count my shows, as some people may know, and my rule for what counts as a show is it's got to be at least 5 songs, and there's got to be more people in the audience than on the stage, which hasn't always been the case, let me tell you. But if I do one more song, then this counts as show number 2141. My voice is suffering a little bit from South by Southwest-itis. But I thought I might play the song that we were talking about, actually, the one take song. So I'm going to finish with a new song. Who the fuck does that? This song's called Get It Right. And it's about 2 expressions that I think we could all bear to use a little more when we argue with people, myself included. Which is, the first one is, I don't know. Try using that every now and again. And the other one is, I've changed my mind. Because I think we should try and admit that we don't know what we're talking about, and we should admit we've changed our minds every now and again. So here we go. Last night I had a vision of people having conversations instead of talking without listening and pretending that the news is new. Last night I had a vision of people asking questions instead of staring at their tiny screens and pretending that they knew what to do. Take a breath, try these besides. I don't know, I changed my mind. Between life and death, we'll find the time to get it right. The end of the song has a sing-along and we're going to sing it together. I'll teach it to you. Last night I had a vision of people being congratulated instead of ridiculed and hated for admitting that they made mistakes. And I'm sick and tired of having visions that keep coming to me nightly. It shouldn't be so very unlikely if everybody's ready for some changes to make. Take a breath, try these besides. I don't know. I changed my mind between life and death. We'll find the time to get it right. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's try and get it right. That's your lines, everybody. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's try and get it right. I thought we were in Austin, Texas. I must be wrong. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's try and get it right. Louder. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's try and get it right. One more time. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's try and get it right. Take a breath and try these beside. I don't know. I changed my mind. There it is. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys on 6th Street.